for today's cup of coffee with Scream. Go ahead. Do not go gently into the good night.
Huh?
Do not go gently into the good night. Dylan Thomas. Poems. Reading. I read. And I've got snippets of... You know in The Wiz, when you had the Michael Jackson version of the Scarecrow, and he would just pull these random bits of paper out of himself, and it would have quotes. That's me. That's what I do. Just random quotes and bits that I have read over the years out of my brain.
Spatterings of stuff.
Yeah, it's just like fortune cookie size. Oh my
Here,
God.
let me.
That was a disturbing version of Dorothy.
Yeah. Let me get a Rolodex of quotes and let me pull something. Just be like, let me close my eyes. Oh, okay, here it is.
Well, usually it will be in reference to something. And I add to it all the time.
I quote shit, but nobody ever gets my stuff because it comes from internet memes and just obscure shit.
Oh my God. And it's like...
But nobody gets it, but everybody should see that movie. Now, a warning.
Yeah, you're right.
People should get that fucking quote.
I don't know. There are so many things, and we have got so many cross... I want to say generational references that it leads to impediments in, understanding.
That was Death Becomes Her.
I get that. But it's like most people, unless they are an aficionado the way that you are and have seen it about 92 times, are not going to get it.
Does my makeup look good? Do you need some Bondo on the chin, babe?
Yeah, well, that could apply to one of the Bidens also.
Yeah.
God, somebody didn't apply that mask quite correctly, did they?
I need some Bondo.
Oh. And it's like I napped. We're recording this on the night. It's 11:11. Of course it is, as I look at the clock.
Hold on.
And it is
June
4th of 2025. What?
Oh, shit.
He does this stuff. That is because he's unmedicated.
I wanted to see the time. I do not got my phone on me.
It's because you tore your toy up. You used it too much.
It's on
This is what happens when it's like, my God, she can never complete a thought. That's why. But anyhow, it was a matter of more solar flares and stuff today. And for some of us, we don't have to have somebody, Stefan Burns or somebody go, oh, we had a solar flare. We know it. Yeah. Because it affects us.
You can feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like the body don't work so good sometimes on some of that stuff, especially spine-wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's odd. It's very, very odd.
I knew something was up because, like, I felt off. Mm-hmm. You felt bad this morning, too. But it's like, as soon as I woke up, it's like, fuck. Usually I can do pretty well in the mornings, but this morning it was just, no.
Some days you can push through, and some days the body and everything pushes back.
Legit, I thought I was going to... I was hesitating going with Omega today to finish that bridge. I wanted to, but it's like, am I going to be able to do this?
Right. And like I said, some of us pushed for too hard for too many years. And the body's like, oh, no.
By the end of it, after getting that flower box done, I sat my ass on the concrete, and I sat there for about 30 minutes to an hour. Mm-hmm.
I can understand that. Well, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But also, it's having to work with the weather to do certain things. It's not like you get to pick and choose on that.
No.
Especially when you're doing concrete and asphalt and that type of work. You got to work when it's dry. And we were supposed to have more rain coming in towards the end of the week. Mm-hmm. So
I hope that stuff cures by then.
It should.
Shit. I would hate for it to rain and then all the stuff, all the hard work, wash away.
Well, farmers have dealt with that for thousands of years. Yeah. And it's like we have actually, in our society, we have forgotten so many lessons that were learned. And one of these days, I will get your brother to come down here and discuss about the random wall in the woods. Yeah.
Random wall in the woods?
Yes, he will explain it.
Is
I will
that
get
like
him
the
to do that.
stairs in the woods?
No. No, it's really not. I'm not going to explain it. I want him to explain
Just
it.
a random staircase in the woods.
Oh. Anyhow, and so it was a matter of
Random wall.
I will sleep to some different things than most people sleep to. I do sleep to the Michael Heiser lectures a lot of times. It goes through cycles. I went through a phase where I slept to Art Bell shows. Yeah. Yeah, that lasted a minute.
I have some weird dreams listening to Art Bell as I sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. And then because our house is tiny and it's like I'm across the hall from Kid, and so he gets whatever I'm listening to filters in.
If I don't put something on myself, it's like, and I won't be able to hear the full thing, but sometimes
little bits.
Yeah, little bits will pop through, and I'm like, what?
It's
what?
The wafting in.
Yes.
And then there was the Dune series that I went through about the first 3 books several times. That's interesting. Arrakis. Yeah.
Never sleep to Ghost Adventures.
No, or that Ashton Forbes says.
I think I could do better with that one than I could Ghost Adventures.
It's interesting.
Have you ever had a dream where you stood over a vent in the floor and you could hear a voice coming out of it?
I've heard of people doing that before.
That was one of the most realistic dreams that I've had, and it scared the piss out of me. It was about like the zebra dude standing outside my window where I woke up, and it's like I woke up, turned on the lights, zebra dude outside the window, and then after fighting zebra dude, I went back to sleep, and then I woke up again, but I was still in a dream.
Yeah.
So I had 2 dreams intercepting.
All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Throw a little Edgar Allan out in there.
Cannot wake up.
I think that all of us are wondering that at this point.
Legit, when you have those dreams, you don't like legit. When you wake up, you're still wondering, am I still asleep?
Yeah. Well, and it's like I had when I was a kid, I had night terrors. Of course, I did have paranormal stuff. The house that I grew up in, and then to have night terrors on top of that, and that will make you a rather odd person. It's just there's development of an odd person.
A little bit of trauma.
And I think that younger people, as far as like the horror genre and different things like that, some of us are just drawn to that.
Yeah.
And it was always odd because if I watched something or read something that was horror based, I didn't have horrible dreams.
Yeah. You see, I never had horrible dreams after watching horror movies or stuff like that, you know? But other shit, I don't understand that.
I don't either, and I don't know if it's that some of us have like this horror quotient in our makeup that we have to have some of that. Well, I'll tell you something, that shit's pretty well sated for most of us at this point.
I honestly could not tell you the last time I watched a real, like a horror movie.
I have no desire to watch a lot of... I mean, we watched... I don't know if you even watched Abigail with me, did you?
No, I didn't watch Abigail.
It really is. It was fun. It was a fun, campy horror flick.
Well, see, that's not horror to me. That's not... It's got, like, horror themes to it, but it's not a horror
It was a
movie.
vampire!
Yeah, but it's not a horror movie. It's a dark comedy.
No, it was a horror movie. Trust me, it was a horror movie. But it does have, the comedic elements and stuff when she's going through ballet dancing. But if you get a chance to watch that, I do recommend it's worth the time. But some of the ones that have come out over the years, I do not like slasher flicks. Do not. And I think sometimes people If you've got that, if you want to see that, become a first responder. Trust me, you'll get it out of your system. And once you have had to deal with the reality of some of this stuff, you don't want to watch it. Or at least I didn't. I think other people, they do watch it still. And I'm like, no.
I've heard some horror stories. Driving instructor was a first responder.
Yeah,
He saw
don't.
some
Yeah.
shit. It's like, yeah, I saw a dude.
Yeah, don't.
You don't want me to go into detail?
No. Because people trying to be waking up and having a coffee and let them have their bagel and whatever it is.
Let them have their first dose of
No.
gruesome in
I'm
the
gonna get
morning.
it someplace else. No. There's some things that, like I said, that I don't want to think about it. I don't want to put that idea in somebody else's head. And it's like, but wondering what we were going to talk about this evening, because it's always random. I don't sit and, it's not like I plan this stuff out. Obviously. No, this is just our lives. We just turn the microphones on.
And that's it. This is it.
But sleeping too, and I've done this before as far as Michael Heiser's lectures. He's got a series on that he did a series on Revelation. Somebody was kind enough to upload these things and put them in 6 and 10 hour blocks, which is good for the sleeping as far as that length of content.
That is much appreciated.
Yeah. Now, whoever it was that had sped up the audio on
Don't beat your ass for that.
And it's like, why would you think that's a good idea?
Because people watch stuff on like 10x speed on TikTok. They can't sit there for a 5-minute TikTok. Heck, even 30 seconds is too long, so they have it on 10x speed.
That you talk about burnout. Their brains are just going to... It's
People
crazy.
do that with YouTube videos.
It's some meth head energy right there.
It's full on tweaker energy. It's prime tweaker hours.
Yeah.
You talk about it. It's Kiwi hours, fam. It's tweaker hours.
They saw something wrong. If you cannot sit still and listen to something like that, you gotta need to recess your life a little bit.
Yeah, their attention span has been reduced to the size of a pea.
It's less than a goldfish on the memory. No kidding. I mean, I don't have the statistics in front of me, but,
I highly doubt goldfish have memories.
Well, everything's always new. It's Groundhog Day. Always.
Goldfish don't know where they are half the time.
No, they don't have to. It's not like we want them to be sentient. We really don't.
Cats are sort of like that. They know where they are.
Anyhow, the Exodus series, and these things... To go through and really listen to them, but to wake up in bits and pieces and you're like, my God, that is fascinating. So that's what that really says in Sumerian. Or, oh, that's what that means in as far as that. It's amazing. I figure it's getting into my spirit one way or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that also produces questions and it gives me rabbit holes to, traverse. But the one that I started to traverse would have been, some of it's dark because we're living in dark times. The shit that's going on is dark.
Yeah.
And we used to, at one point, go down some of those rabbit holes, and it got to where it was weighing on youngest kid so heavily that we just had to quit. And that was fine. And these people, it's like, I want to go further down the rabbit hole. Well, okay, these people that do that. Because it's noticing different cycles and dots and connecting them. And it's just, yeah.
Because there is one thing about, like, having an awareness of this stuff, but when that's all that you consume.
Yeah, there's a problem.
Yeah, that's a big problem, and that's all that you talk about. That there's...
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. I still want a little bit of joy in my life.
Yes.
I want a little bit of hope.
Yeah. And that is essential. The joy and the hope is essential, especially right now. So rather than me go down the rabbit hole that I was pondering there for a minute, X is really good as far as to help with sitting there going, that's weird. That's odd. Ooh, let's find out about this. And that somebody had posted, what they're doing is they'll take content from TikTok a lot of times and post it on X. And it was this woman. Now there's a lot of directions you could go with this topic. That she was warning people, if you had a hook up, that if somebody left a phone cable or phone charger, that you needed to throw that stuff away. And I'm thinking, okay, first of all, let's go back and re-examine this sentence from the beginning.
Or if you just had someone at your house in general.
No, that wasn't what she was talking about anyhow. And it's like, those things that penicillin just will not cure. So to sit there and go, okay, what exactly is she talking about? And she was indeed talking about spying devices.
Yeah.
And Grok made somebody that I asked him to create a spy that looks more like a detective. I don't know that there's that much difference between a spy and a private detective.
No, they both wear disguises.
Well, yeah. But sure enough, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It is a thing. And Kid did a quick search over on the YouTubes and found somebody, it's called the NET Guy Reviews. Mm-hmm. A USB secret spy camera.
And there's other people that have done videos about these sort of spying devices. I have looked into them before. Like there's a pair of eyewear that you can get, like glasses, and it's got a camera either on the legs of them or right between the eyes.
That makes me want to stay in the house more.
Oh no, I'm like, okay, can I use that in case of emergency? If somebody is doing some fuck shit, can I use that as evidence against whoever's doing some fuck shit? Like, let's say a officer is going rogue and doing stuff that is absolutely not against their protocol. Yeah. And they will flat out be combative if you have your phone out recording. Could I use that?
Yeah.
Could I use that?
And this is the world that we have found ourselves living in. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's true. And you can actually, it was years ago. I mean, my God, it's been that many years ago that it used to be a little cube-like thing that you could clip on your clothing, and it was almost like, body cam.
Mm-hmm. But those are way too obvious. At this point, those are way too obvious. And so you need something that's a little bit more stealthy.
That's crazy.
And so it's like, okay, if I was somehow wandering into a facility, somehow, some way, like a secret facility that is hidden underneath like a public domain, like let's say Walmart or a mall or whatever, like there's a secret service thing somewhere in there. If I accidentally wandered in there, could I use this to gather evidence as proof?
More than likely not, because I'm sure that they have some kind of devices that would detect any kind of an electronic anything. Because any kind of an electronic device has some kind of digital signature. It is a frequency.
Mm-hmm. But that's when you have your phone on you. Like any normal person would have their phone in their pocket, it would detect that, but they would not think about your eyewear.
In some of those places, they are not going to allow you to have a phone. I mean, I'm
saying if you somehow accidentally wandered into that.
It's just, my God, it's like this spy versus spy shit, and everybody is paranoid, and for good reason. And it's like, this is insanity. It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, some things I'm like, that exists. That really, really exists.
Ain't it some shit? Ain't it some shit? It's some fuck shit.
And it's like, okay, if these spying devices are they hackable? Is it going to be like Pokemon Go, where you've got the true Big Brother that is recording off of the junior Big Brothers?
Well, some like security cameras. Those are like if it runs on Wi-Fi, yeah, it's hackable. It is certainly hackable.
Oh,
if it has any sort of signal, it is hackable. But the thing is, like the charging block spy cameras, They do not hook up to Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's true.
So they are unhackable.
No.
You cannot hack into them.
But the thing is, when you put it into your computer to read the card off of it, that's hackable.
Well, yeah, someone would have to hack into your computer for that, but most people, they.
I mean, it's just crazy.
You know, if someone has not tapped into your device, I think you're safe.
It just is one of those, don't be doing shit that you wouldn't want put on the front page of the newspaper or sit on a witness stand.
Actually, what you could do, you could have, and this is possible, you can have a computer that is plugged up but completely disconnected from the internet that you put said files on.
Right.
I have thought about this shit way too much.
Why? Why are you thinking of these things?
Because I want to fight against the shadow government. I want to fight against the people that are fighting against us.
Okay, yeah, well... Go into your prayer closet.
If they got alien bullshit, I do that every day. But if they got the cloning shit, if I want proof of a fucking lizard person if I come across one.
You know, and you've got to wonder, as far as we know that humans give off a heat signature. If it is a human replica, hybrid lizard person, do they give off a different heat signature?
Slightly.
Yeah. You've thought of that too, haven't you?
There's a lot of rabbit holes.
God.
I am your child. I am your child. Remember this.
It is genetic.
Yes.
It is genetic. And it's like, oldest kid does the same thing. And I'm like, okay. And he will do the same thing. And look at, I am your child. Yes, you are. It's passed down genetically. Oh, God. But it just sort of freaked me out. But society is freaking me out right now, which is why I have sort of removed myself from it. I mean, I was on the fringe anyhow, but my God, I just let me be in the shadows.
Why do you think I wanted to get some of that snake repellent? I heard that story and I'm like, you know what? That's a smart idea. I will get some of that snake repellent. I will rub it on my clothing. Just say, yeah, I was out spraying snakes or whatever. And I will walk into some public place. And if somebody starts sneezing and turns around like that one person did, be like, you know, there you go.
And then what are you going to do? If somebody turns around and you are
I will have those glasses on. And I'll have my proof.
Oh,
I have my proof.
He has a plan. But as far as the cloaking devices are supposed to, even technology that it's not foolproof, because we've seen pictures when the whatever human suit failed.
Yeah, the filter. The glorified filter on the camera.
And it's like, is the filter our brains?
No, some of them have technology that sort of, yeah. Do you not remember that one dude that literally had the snake repellent and the dude started sneezing?
He was freaked out. He was freaked out.
And the lizard person was like, listen, please don't report me. I'm trying to live my life.
Yeah, well, I think that's happened to quite a few. But anyhow, and if you're here legally, well, nobody cares. Nobody cares if you lizard person.
They all here illegally.
It's like we don't know. No. Some of the things I've heard, they are very much here legally. The lizard peoples. Yeah, they working in with, I would like to think at some point they're going, the humans, they're not that bad. Not all of them are bad.
No, most normies are not that bad. Well, we ain't normies, but you know.
Well,
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We just people.
But honestly, if you've got lizard person standing right in front of you, now what do you think you're going to do?
I would shit
right
a brick. I would shit right there. I would shit and shake. I would.
Oh, I don't know. At this point, with the numbing of everybody, I really think it'd be that couple from Zim. Well, once you look at that, you don't see that every day.
Nah, I'd be dragging them out. I'd be like, come to my car. I've got questions for you.
Talk to me.
Yes, talk to me. Can you be my friend? I wanted to talk to me.
But you can't trust them.
Well, shit, you can't trust some humans.
Well, exactly. Yeah,
So,
I'm here from the government, and I'm here to help you. That man speaketh with forked tongue. No.
But I would rather trust just a random lizard person that's like, please don't report me. Please don't report me.
There's protocol on some of these things. I mean, there's protocol.
But I'm more likely to trust one of them that is just trying to live like one of us,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be more likely to trust one of them than one of them that's working with the law enforcement or the government.
Yeah. Just because somebody in a human body does not necessarily mean that they're human.
Yeah.
It's a matter of that is a spiritual thing. And that's where we're supposed to be aware and discerning of someone's spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. And it's like, as far as and it was just common that this lady, well, if you hook up and then somebody does this, and I'm like, first of all, let me explain basic biology to you. Because, just because it's common does not mean that it's healthy or healthful on a mind, body, or spirit level. Yeah, go out there and make you some soul ties that you don't know what the hell's going on, and then your energy is scattered all to shit, and you don't know how to break those ties, because it's not just physical. And then their life goes all to shit, and they wonder why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Again, these are people that have been lied to. They've been deceived. They have no clue how things work. Oh. But yeah, this is one of the reasons I stay in the damn house. I have no problem with staying in the damn house.
Don't catch me a lizard.
Oh. And it's supposed to get
proof.
I don't know if it's supposed to get better or worse or just go sideways.
Well, someone said that we were supposed to have very ET stuff happening.
Yeah, well,
right.
There's been so many theories that it makes my head reel. I think that's why everybody's got vertigo. It's just trying to deal with whatever that they are trying to say is reality right now.
I'm pretty sure I heard the last thing that you watched that I actually heard from Leo King. He was saying the alien stuff's
he's soon. As far as Project Bluebeam, I mean, my God, even Elon Musk today was talking about Project Bluebeam. It's Elon.
I'm going to stay in the house.
Yeah. Get us some lizard repellent.
Yeah.
Get us some of the snake repellent.
Shit, I should have got that when I was at Lowe's last time.
Yeah.
You know what?
Y'all got to go back to Lowe's.
I can't do that. I can't go anyway because I don't got a tail light. So I'll have to take your car.
Poddling pirate problems. Oh my God. Anyhow,
tail light, snake repellent. Tail light, spy camera. Which one do I want more?
Oh Lord, just don't do anything that you ain't supposed to be doing that you cannot stand.
I will stand before God and be like, yes, I recorded a lizard.
That is the main litmus test. Can you stand before God and give an account of why you did what you did?
I wanted proof.
Some of us are very much aware of that daily because it reminds us, and it's all right. I like those reminders. I need those reminders. Because it's true. That is reality.
I had proof of ghost orbs, and then it just gone.
Where were the orbs?
Bananas.
Oh, yeah.
That was years ago. That was on this little, pinkish red digital camera that I had.
You know, and it's just I had ordered a cheaper version after our video camera died, and had ordered a cheaper one because that's all we've got. Which the zoom and stuff on it is janky as hell. That's why I haven't recorded. We do have some new mugs. I just haven't recorded them yet.
The audio is janky as hell too, but I love it.
But it's got night vision on it.
That's the thing. That's the main thing. And I'm like, oh, that's what you got we had the picture of the cat in the window from a couple nights ago. That was voodoo. That was full on night vision.
Yeah, but do we really want to see? Do we want to live in blissful ignorance Or do we really want to know? And that was just like they were talking about the night vision contact lenses. I never did watch that video. Do we want to do that? Or it was
Infrared.
Infrared, yeah. You know, there's a reason that humans operate on the spectrum and within the spectrum that we do. Some of that is for our protection.
It depends on the circumstances.
Oh.
You know, you could use that infrared on lizard people.
Does it make them show up?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
We'll have to
go down that rabbit hole. We'll have to go down that. And let me say also, as far as in closing, Kabuki Theater, God bless him, he was kind enough to call us and give us information about a pug today.
Yes.
He has an 11-year-old pug.
Yes.
And it's like, we will have to, if we get a pug, we will have to make and I'm like, our house is not pug friendly.
It can be.
Yeah. I mean, as far as corners, because their little eyes are so big. And he said that they can, have their little eyes damaged. And we've got corners and stuff. We would have to put like those little baby bumper things on the corners.
Yeah. We need to stock up in those baby bumpers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you only have to put them up at a certain height, but they're only so tall. Right.
So we would have to, but when you have a sharing of experience, but he said that they were some of the sweetest dogs that you could ever want.
There's not a bad bone in a pug's body. They have one emotion, and that's happy.
And then we would be those people, and dog owners are going, "Be one of us, be one of us." Yeah.
Why can't we have both?
We can have both.
Why can't we be both? Why can't we just be animal lovers in general?
Yeah. I thought...
We ain't a dog person, we ain't a cat person. We're an animal person.
I was thinking, it's like we could get us one of them big-ass lizards.
I told Phil, he caught that Omega. He picked up one of those garter snakes, and I'm like, find me a tank. I could keep that.
No, don't. They're not happy in a tank. Let them be
bugs.
out there doing what they're doing. They've got a purpose.
I can feed it bugs.
We believe in living in harmony with nature. That's the reason, as far as if it's earth spirits or whatever, it's like, hey, how you doing? I mean, seriously, we don't mess with some of those things. It's just like, hey, how you doing? I don't have to see them. I sense them a lot of times, and it's just like, oh, okay.
You know what? I saw the tree spirit. I saw that one tree spirit,
which is way cool.
I will gladly hug it.
And I think that was one of the reasons that you were allowed to see the tree spirit, was because you had been showing love and affection to the trees. Yeah. So
I like the trees. They're friends.
Yes, they are.
I won't say that all the trees are friends, but the majority of them, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and just to live in harmony with them. It would be nice to live in harmony, but you cannot live in harmony with things that wish you ill.
No,
if you've got something that's trying to hurt you, and no, that's not harmony.
No.
And then you got to do what you got to do.
Yep, pretty much.
And it kind of concerned me that people were celebrating the bulldozer man. Those who know. Everybody's having paranormal and supernatural. Everybody. Just watch yourselves.
Yep,
know that other people are watching you. Yeah.
Big brother.
Well, it's we're told we'll give an account of every action, word, deed. So some of us are, it's like, okay.
God sees what we do every single
all
day.
This stuff. If you want to go into the Akashic records, which we will not right now, all this shit's being recorded.
All day.
Everything.
Oh,
so
Lord. There's a lot of stuff that's...
Yeah. You don't go down that rabbit hole, but
I don't want to think
your rabbit-ass mind.
I don't want to think about all the stuff that's going to...
Yeah.
Can I go back and rewrite that, please?
That's why you ask for forgiveness and go on. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because then that part is blotted out.
Yeah,
there's practical reasons. Practical. Tell the people where we can be found.
You can find us on BitChute, Rumble, and YouTube at Rolanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also, Check her out on X, previously known as Twitter, at VerlandaCOCWS. I had one of your people follow me on there.
Yay!
Yep.
Yay!
And I'm like, I don't know why you followed me, because I do not post anywhere near the same stuff that you post.
No, he posts very Gen Z, and it's appreciated. And I'm just like, this is interesting. This is way interesting. I do not stalk kids' cyber connections on any of that stuff.
I've responded to someone who bought the that $1,000 Bratz doll, and then they rerouted it. They purchased a brand new $1,000 Bratz doll that it was a collab with this luxury brand called Gentle Monster, and they rerouted it. And I'm like, the only thing about this is, girl, a side part? Really?
Well, it was like those people that bought that beautiful house and destroyed the staircase. It's somebody else's, and it just, some things hurt your soul. Anyhow, hopefully we didn't hurt anybody's soul. Hopefully we bomb trying to heal people's souls. Know that you are loved. Treat other people the way you would like to be treated. And Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yep. Ooh, we found a doll that is so creepy. I found one that's so creepy.
When we get it, if we get it, we'll do an unboxing. Yes. We need to get him some medication.
Burger Boy.
Know that you are loved. Bye.
Bye.